Here we go. Welcome to the Terry. Yeah, why not? You know, at this point, who gives a shit? Welcome to Terry Jaymes Show. This is show number 18 of what I started off to be a 30 show process. I backed things up when I decided to start this, and I kind of looked, how many shows is it going to take to really start to feel things, to really start to evaluate how it's going, how the listeners are responding, is it growing, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to bring it up right to the holidays. I still have goals and dreams of streaming a show, live show, 2 to 3 times a week. That's what I want this podcast to be. I don't want it to just be a podcast where I come in here and record little segments, although I've really enjoyed that format. It makes things a lot easier, and I'm able to keep my energy level up, which is pretty cool. But today's going to be a little different. Today is going to be a little different. And like I said, at the end of the year, I'm going to kind of reevaluate, but I would really love to continue on. And I'm having a real good time, and your response has been fantastic. But on today's show, I'm going to do something that's a little tougher for me to do. I'm going to answer 3 of my most challenging emails. Now, they're challenging for one way or another, not all the same way. Some of them are just been on the back burner and I didn't get to them for some reason or another. One of them might be a little controversial. I'll be getting into that. You know, some of them about subjects I just told myself I wasn't going to talk about anymore. What a waste of time talking about it. But you guys are asking questions, so I'm going to honor you and I'm going to answer your damn frickin' emails today, okay? Are you ready? All right. We'll get things going with Cabas and Larry. Every podcast needs a theme song, and this is mine. And it's original, which is super cool. All right, here we go. I scream at the top of my lungs. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, Larry. All right. Isn't that what a podcast is? Just screaming at the top of your lungs? Let me turn this on. Hold on. Had to do that. All right, let me stop that because I need the ding here in a second. Okay, we're going to get things going here. I have 3 emails that I want to get to, and hopefully they'll be answering some of your odd questions or awkward questions, or in one case, possibly, and I don't know why it would be possibly controversial, but nowadays, if you have an opinion about anything, all of a sudden you've got yourself a controversy, don't you? Well, here we go. Email number 1. It starts off with a "Hi, Terry." That's a very good way to start, don't you think? "Hi, Terry. I'm loving the podcast. Seeing a different side to my favorite shock jock is refreshing. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I want to ask you about dealing with haters. Since a lot of my life now is happening on Instagram, I seem to be getting more than my fair share." Well, congratulations. That means you're probably doing a good job. "I'm somewhat of an influencer as I have to post 5 to 6 times per day. I guess that's part of the job. The comments are brutal and very personal. I enjoyed the show where you address the subject about a stalker you have, and I'd like to know how that's going and any other tips you have to get me through this. Monica," ooh, Monica with a K. That means she's hot. "In Miami" means she's double hot. Okay, Monica with a K, a hottie in Miami. I hope you're doing well with your stuff there. Oh boy, the reason why I didn't want to bring this up is because, yes, I do have people that take shots at you. That's going to happen. The bigger the stage you have, the worse it gets as well. So, Monica, the more popular become, the worse it's going to be. There's going to be more and more people sniping at you. In my case, it's a stalker. It's just an outright stalker. It's a very unhealthy person. And what's unhealthy about these people is that this guy in particular thinks he's really smart, thinks he's really something else, thinks he's really getting to me. And I get something from him. It looks like I don't read them. I see them there because, he actually did use a real email address this one time, 2 times actually. One time, that's how I know what city he lives in. And Monica, you can't be too careful with people like this. you can't be too careful. And the reason why I didn't want to bring this up, because I don't want to give this guy any run. Right now, this guy thinks he's got to me. He's like, yeah, he's talking about me. Well, you know what, dude? Yeah, I am talking about you, but you need some help. You need some serious help. And he's listening. What? I know he's listening. He's watching. Whatever he's doing, he's doing. You have to, Monica, find out if they reach a scary level or not. When somebody is emailing you once or twice a day, like this guy does to me, and he has for months, you got yourself a stalker. It's a scary situation. And you have to turn what you know about the person over to, in our case, we're very lucky because of the Lex and Terry show. We have people that find people that are concerned about it. And I know what city this guy's in. I know a lot more about him than he thinks I know. But I just don't want to give the guy any time of day, because I could really crush this guy if I wanted to. I'm a professional at this stuff. I could leave him weeping. I could expose him. I could rip him up. But I just don't really want to give him the time of day. I'll let the authorities handle what they got to do when they have to do it. The emails start to become more and more threatening. You have to worry about this. All right, Monica? With a K? Okay? But basically, I'm just dealing with it. They're nameless, they're faceless, they're pathetic, they're super sad. In my case with this one guy, no balls, don't say who you truly are, then you don't get any attention. Okay? I said at the start of this thing, I don't mind talking to people that have disagreements with me. I don't. But you can't run and hide. You can't be a pussy like this guy is. You just can't. But I found something, Monica, and the reason why I don't mind talking about this right now, and this has really helped me out a lot. I chose not that long ago. I chose a long time ago, but I'm kind of getting it down now, and it's a practice. Being grateful is a practice, and I'm very grateful the way my life has turned out. I am healthy, knock on wood. I have a beautiful wife, been married a long time. I have a job that I absolutely love. I have so many things to be grateful about. Now, there's also, I decided that, being grateful, you can't pick and choose what to be grateful about. I don't want to be part-time grateful. I don't want to go, wow, I'm so lucky I have this job, but boy, the rest of my life is shit. I don't want to be that person. So Monica, what I did, and if I could bottle it up and sell it to everybody, I'd be a billionaire. I realized that to live a truly grateful life, you have to be grateful 100% of the time. That means you have to be grateful for your bad decisions. You have to be grateful for your haters. You have to be grateful for the sorrow that comes up in your life. You have to be grateful for any daily challenge that hits you. You just have to be grateful that it's a part of your life. And hopefully all the really good stuff outweighs some of the bad stuff. So it's, I don't have any other way to say it. Just trying to remain grateful 100% of the time. You cannot be grateful, a part-time grateful guy. So I'm grateful for these people in my life. I'm grateful for the people that will have an eye on scary people like this one guy. It's the way it is. So just find a way to stay in your grateful stuff, realize this, and I'll just say this because this was told to me, and I'm going to give the guy credit. Mark, what was his name? Damn it. Mark Morgan from Cox Radio Broadcasting. He was one of the early believers in the show, but I don't know how much of a believer you have to be when you buy a radio station that has Lex and Terry on it and we're already number one. So he supported us and he watched us go from zero to a lot. And he was one of the guys that was responsible for us making a decent amount of money. But he was also a guy responsible for telling us we didn't have any offers. He made some bad decisions. We made some bad decisions. But this guy, I will always remember how he took me aside and he said, you know what? Your stage is getting bigger. And Monica, your stage is probably getting bigger. You're getting more and more followers and likes and people that like you, which means there's more and more people on the opposite side that want to take you down a notch. And it is unfortunately, it is part of life. Unfortunately, especially with social media and online, it's a part of that. It gives pussies a place to hide. It just does. So you just have to realize that that is part of the job, and you have to ask yourself a question. Is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life, or at least for this part of my life? Is this something that I want to do? And if the answer is yes, unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with a lot of this. And the way that I've chosen to deal with it is to try to remain grateful for everything in my life, the good and the bad. Okay, here we go. Email number 2, the deuce, the dill-suzus. Anyway, boy, oh boy, this is where I'm gonna lose you. This is where I might lose a majority of the people that listen to this show. So get ready. I would like to say I'd like to apologize, but I'm not going to apologize. So this is just an opinion that I have. Email number 2 comes from Robert in Chattanooga, the Nougat. It says, Terry, I know you like keeping your views on religion to yourself, but I also heard you say once that if somebody asks you, that you would gladly give them an answer. You may not want to do this in a public forum, which I totally understand, so you can call me at this number if you prefer. Then he leaves his phone number. First of all, Robert, thanks for not being a pussy and leaving your phone number and being a real person. Congratulations to you on that. Oh, gosh. Okay. Here we go. I have always admired people with their strong beliefs. I don't care if you, what religion you are, never have. I don't think one religion is better than another. I think wherever you find your peace and your strength, that's a very important thing. And I think having that in your life is a very important thing. Some of us were raised with a religion in our life, and some of us stay there the entire time. I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem. If you were raised a certain way and you stay that way a long time, and I just think it's I don't think it's a healthy thing. I think well-adjusted adults lose their beliefs over time. Some people were not raised with it and don't believe and all that, but I do think that people lose, if you're a healthy, adjusted adult, you're able to see the hypocrisy in religion. You're able to see the business side and the fact that these people are flying around in jets and you're totally fine with all of that. You're totally good with all that. You also see the way these so-called Christians act online right now. They're frauds. They're fakes. How can you say in your bio, God first, and then end up trolling somebody? You're not spiritual. You're just not. Now, so I think that you're healthy once you start to question all of this. But once you start to question these things, some people will stay in that, oh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And I think that's also a big mistake. I think you slowly but surely need to find out where you gain your strengths from, where you get your ideas and your comfort from in times of need. I personally am somebody, and I'm answering your question. Is it Robert? I'm answering your question. I personally am somebody. I hate it when somebody says they're spiritual but not religious. I really think that I want to transcend. I want to have that back in my life, but I don't want it to be with the blind belief that all these other people have. I want to come at it from a different angle. I want to come at it, in my mind, from a well-adjusted angle. where I'm not believing what everybody tells me. To me, actions speak louder than words. I don't think we need a church. I don't think I need a church. If I could walk around doing my best to treat others, the golden rule, if I could just treat others the way, get treated the way I treat others, I'm fine with that. To me, that's somebody who has a belief and a strength in their life. Somebody who knows whether it's karma or God or Buddha or whatever you're into. People that walk the walk, no matter what their religion is, think about it. The most peaceful people, and whether you're a Christian or you're Catholic or Jewish or whatever it is, a good person is a good person. A piece of shit is a piece of shit. And I just think we need to strive to be good people. And I think part of it has to do with your beliefs. Personally, I want to have those beliefs in my life. I pray. I do it all. I always have. I did let it go for a while because I was feeling very disillusioned, disenfranchised because of what I told you, all the hypocrisy. It's just ridiculous what I see out there. And if you're blind, if you don't see it, I don't think you're a very well-adjusted person. You have to have an open mind. And then I think from that, all the really good stuff's going to come. So Robert, I'm transcending right now. This is part of what this podcast is all about. I'm still in search of something. I know that I'm probably not going to be somebody who goes to church all the time, but you never know. I understand the passion in that. I understand the support system there and everything else. But to me, you're only as good as how good of a person you are. I don't give a shit whether you believe in God or Buddha or whoever, whatever it is, or you worship your iPhone. I could give a shit. Good is good. Shit is absolute shit. Okay, email number 3 of the emails that I, for whatever reason, did not want to answer, but I'm going to go ahead and do so right now. This is a very quick one. It's from Bex in Jacksonville, Florida. She wants to know what I think about Elon Musk. Probably going, why are you afraid to answer that one, Terry? Well, I'll tell you why. And it's sad. Excuse me for the clearing of my throat there. It's sad. Oh, boy. They've been politicized. If you say you don't like Elon Musk, one political party takes that as a slap in their face and you guys can't handle it. I've always liked Elon Musk. I think he's crazy. I think he's reckless. I find him fascinating on so many levels. But I also think it's sad because when a certain group of people start to worship you and like you, you become those people. You lose your own identity. And I think that's kind of what's happened to Elon a little bit. I don't know why we hold these entrepreneurial people up on a certain level. It's okay to admit that our heroes are wrong or that we don't identify with our heroes. Why do you put them up on such a pedestal like they're better than you? They are nowhere near better than you. Elon Musk may be a shitty businessman. I think I've talked about it before on the podcast. You see his successes. He's made a lot of money, absolutely. But there's been a lot of failures there too. And for that, I admire him getting through all those failures. Right now, he's having an issue with Twitter or X or whatever it's called. But holding our heroes up to another level is ridiculous. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to talk about this, because some people will get upset. My heroes are constantly letting me down. And that's not their problem. That's not their problem. That's my problem. Okay? I don't believe in, this is controversial here, and I can't believe this is controversial saying this. I am not a party over country guy. Hell, half the time, I don't even know which foot where I stand. Am I a conservative guy? Because I definitely have conservative values. I definitely have a lot of those values in me. But I also have some liberal values that I'm very proud to say that I have some liberal values. I don't think I'm a perfect person. I know I'm not a perfect person, but I'm not going to support somebody just because they align in some sort of category that I'm in. And you can't even talk about that anymore. You just can't even talk about it. This party over country thing just sucks. I want the truth no matter who it favors. And I want to find the truth. I don't know where you find the truth. A lot of people just believe what it is because their favorite guy tells them what to believe. Where did and these are people that call themselves free thinkers. I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker. While you're sitting there waiting to be told what to fucking think. It drives me crazy. It's absolutely asinine to worship other men, other women, when we got our own lives to live. So what do I think about Elon Musk? I like him. Believe it or not, I like him, but I also see him going down a weird path that I'm not prepared to hold his hand and walk down that path with yet. I need to see more. I need to do my research. He does some fun things. I think he's a dork. He's a geek, and I got a special spot in my heart for geeks. Even though he's rich as F, I think he's got some problems like us, like any of us do. I think he's a human being who's made some great freaking decisions. But in those great decisions, there's been some pretty shitty ones. And it's okay to be disappointed in our heroes. I remember when I saw Dusty Baker, my favorite Dodger, smoking a cigarette. I was like, what the fuck is that? Just little things like that. I don't know. I hope there's more people like me out there. I hope there's more people that when they see their favorite person going down a weird path, that you don't blindly follow them. That you wait and see. Better yet, I hope that when you see your hero doing something, you just mark it up as that. That's just somebody I like. None of us are going to be Elon Musk just for liking him. I mean, come on, man. I like your cars. I like your idea. I think you're funny. I like some of the jabs you take. Overall, I like you. But I'm not going to sit there and like somebody because a political party tells me to like them. Once again, I guess today's whole show is basically all about just having a healthy mind, isn't it? Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hey, even thank you to my trolley people and all you other people out there that love this conversation. I'm enjoying it. Let's play a little bit more of Cabas. Here we go. Is this it? There we go. As we say goodbye until next Thursday. Hope everybody has a safe weekend. Get out there and have some fun. Treat people the way you want to be treated. All that kind of shit.